Good morning from almost Alaska. We're on our way to Sitka. We'll be there in a few hours. We're going to have breakfast first, but let's show you around. See some islands out here. It's really rough in the night. And we're seasoned sailors. We used to work on cruise ships. You can kind of see the ship going up and down. If you look at the horizon, it's not too bad. It's much worse in the night. I think it's mainly because we've slowed right down, because we are very, very close now. You can just about make out these islands through the rain. Hopefully our visibility will be better once we actually get to Sitka.
Good morning, we're sailing to Sitka, so we've come to the local this morning to try that for breakfast. So it's a small menu, which isn't bad. There's a few options today. You've got observation lounge, just got small bites, garden cafe, which is the buffet, toast and savour dining room, or the local. And we thought it'd be really busy, but actually it's fine.
No, there's no one
So
here.
we're going to go through. Obviously we don't have much of a view, sadly.
There's literally no one here. I mean, there is, but hardly. Right, so we're going to do American breakfast versus full English. My vote already on look is for the full English. The full English looked good, but Beth had a question about one thing.
Beans.
Because they're never quite right in the US, although they look okay.
No,
They're very watery.
they've got onion and stuff in.
Oh, well, because they're baked beans for like a barbecue.
I'm going to test one.
Go on.
That's rank.
Final score. I'm not going to give it a score, but it was like a Denny's, but nicer.
It's all right.
How about yours?
It's nice. It's nice to come to somewhere different for breakfast anyway.
Yeah. Just not the beans.
Not the beans.
The screen in the atrium had been used to display general information about Sitka, which was really handy. It meant you could take a quick photograph of it before you left the ship.
Okay, so now it's getting stunning. Even if we can't see everything. I mean, it's our fault for booking to come to Alaska in early April on the earliest Alaska sailing of any major cruise line ever. And look who's arriving. I believe that to be the pilot. We're pretty much stopped now. Look at all this. I can't quite believe we're here. Do you think those are waterfalls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. We are the only ship in though. There's something quite special about it, knowing that there's not other ships. And the Coast Guard had come by to say hello.
They checked us out, didn't they? Yeah, because there's like sort of kelpie type stuff.
Yeah, there's
here.
definitely a bald eagle. Oh.
Well, we think
first.
it is anyway.
No, come on. What other giant bird with a white head would there be in Alaska? Oh, wow.
I'm so glad we did this.
It's
At this
amazing.
time of year as well. Like,
With no one here.
yeah.
It is snowing.
Proper snowing. Go and put your hat on, you'll be warmer.
Alaska in the snow. Good thing I've got my hat on, even though I feel like I look like an M&M in my hat. I'd much rather it be snowing than raining.
Well, it's going to do both, isn't it?
NCL uses a port just outside of Sitka, and complimentary shuttle buses are available to passengers.
The road's like Halibut Point or something.
Oh, Halibut Point.
Yeah, I know, it's really cool. Everything's got cool names.
How Alaska. The buses are easily accessible from the ship, and there are care carts to help you up for those who need help.
Our tip is to get off the ship quite early. As you can see, the lines are going to get longer through all the switchbacks. We didn't queue for a shuttle bus, but people later in the day did. So if you're keen to get off and explore, I would recommend getting off reasonably soon after docking.
We heard reports from some of you on our actual sailing that there were queues of 45 minutes up to an hour at this point for the shuttle buses. So yeah, do make it early there if you can.
We found all the shuttle bus drivers really great, full of information, and they made the journey into the ports good fun.
Okay.
All the fun stuff that way. Down
Thank you.
Lincoln Street.
Yeah, let's go to the Totem Park.
I would love to be able to tell you that the sun came out and we took our raincoats off and we saw the mountains in great detail, but we didn't. We got wet as soon as we got off the shuttle bus, and we got wetter and wetter and wetter as the day went on. However, being from England, we are used to wet weather and we will not let that dampen our spirits.
The Sitka National Historic Park and the Totem Loop were about a 20-minute walk from where we were dropped off, not far at all, and they had just opened on that day just for the NCL Bliss. They've been closed all winter long, and they opened just for us. There's an app you can download to guide you through. There are maps provided, and there's also a Junior Ranger activity book for younger people.
If you're wondering about whether to take teenagers on an Alaskan cruise, I would say a definite yes. Even in the cold and wet, they didn't complain. They had a really good time and found it really interesting exploring, seeing the nature.
One of the things I liked most about this exhibition was the focus on form line art, which is something that I'm quite a fan of and I like the look of and I've loved the look of for a long time. Particularly, I'm a big fan of this color, this blue, this turquoise blue, and I finally found out what it's called and where it comes from, as you can see here. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but if you can, let us know in the comments below.
One of the things I really like about Alaska is that you can get so close to the water. In nearly every port we visited, there was a place where you could walk right down to the sea. It was lovely. Apparently in summer this area is full of bears and salmon, a really good reason to come back. If you've been here in the summer, let us know if you managed to see bears.
You can take this bridge and the walk continues on the other side, although we were getting quite cold and very, very wet by this point. So we turned to the left and went straight back on the loop, and within no time we were back at the visitor center.
We walked our very wet and cold selves back to town looking for the next thing to do.
Sitka Visitor Center.
You guys are our first chef. Really? Yeah. And the raptor center is close. Alltown is to the right. So looking at the map this way.
We were welcomed so warmly in the visitor centre, and they really care about their town, and we're quite sorry that there were a few things closed that we didn't get to experience that day.
All these flavors of salt.
Not just in Sitka, but in all the shops we visited in Alaska, there was a real mix of things, from regular souvenirs, possibly not made in Alaska, and local shops with locally produced goods and really different, unique things that you wouldn't find anywhere else.
But we weren't there to shop. Thanks to the lovely lady at the Sitka Visitor Center, we knew to walk past the Russian Orthodox Church in Sitka to end up at Baranov Castle State Historic Site, also known locally as Castle Hill. It's not a proper mountain. I bet it's a lovely view. And there's railings. I think the railway's shorter. We don't need the ramp. So pretty.
If you are sensible and want to walk up the normal way, there is a path with railings the whole way around. We decided to scramble up a dirt track for some reason. Teenage boys and all that. Castle Hill is of historical interest as it's the site of the Alaska Purchase, where Alaska was purchased from the Russians by the United States in 1867.
One of the things that Beth wanted to see on this trip was seaplanes. We actually wanted to go on one, but we couldn't find an operator that operated this early on in the season. But we managed to see one right now.
There were other things we'd have liked to have done in Sitka, such as Fortress of the Bear and the Raptor Centre, but unfortunately those were closed in early April. So we headed back to the shuttle bus and made our way back to the ship.
The smell, the cinnamon smell, oh my goodness. Sitka nuts, that's what we're smelling.
What does the candle smell of?
Farmhouse streusel.
One of our viewers said to buy these nuts, and we really wish we had because they smell amazing, so make sure you get some Sitka nuts.
Getting back on the ship, we were grateful for this awning because we were absolutely soaked.
Although it was a bit pointless by then because we were already wet.
But back in the cabin, as you could see, we wanted to hang up our coats and dry off our hoods, but they kept falling down. Luckily, we brought these things, which we found from other vloggers. A little bit of a cruise hack, these magnet hooks. If you use them, let us know in the comments below. This is better.
And then the sun came out as we sailed away.
Or did it? Is it rain? That is for sure rain. Oh no. Nope, it's the window guy. Oh, like just dust.
It's getting brighter as well, which is nice.
Sail away from Sitka was stunning, but it's nothing compared to Juneau, which is where we were headed next.
So join us next week as we take a detailed look at Nugget Falls and the Mendenhall Glacier, and also our sail into the Endicott Arm. If you want a sneak peek of what we got up to, you can check out our Docked in Alaska port guide, which covers all of the Alaskan ports in brief.
See you soon.